look at this. We are in 2025. I want to say welcome to the Upgrade My Life in Biz podcast and blog. It's yours truly, Dr. Allana Da Graca, and I want to thank you for being a part of this wonderful and vibrant community. And look, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe tolgspark.com to stay in the loop of what's going on. Well, I want you guys to know, look, we made it. Think of all the things you went through in 2024. And now we can just wipe the slate clean. But can we dance for a second? Hey, 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 hey. All right. So I'm so glad that we have made it. And look, today is a new part of the new year. Yesterday is behind us, and this moment is completely new. So I want to share this poem with you from a new book of poetry that I've written called Sidonia's Chronicles, My Story of Courage, because I am ready to come out. Now, I need to explain this. Y'all know that I love the arts and I love integrating the arts in all of our discussion around personal and professional growth, because there's something so unique about, thinking about creativity and expression. It allows us to express things that we sometimes can't say in full words. And so I created this character named Sidonia, which is a character that's part me, part society, part other women who've gone through different things. And this poem was actually written during the pandemic, and it was called #Stay Home. And I'm going to read it first, and then I'm going to explain it as we think about our goals for 2025. But it says, y'all remember everybody was home during the pandemic, especially when everything shut down, March of 2020. All of us remember that, right? So it says, my third glass of vodka and my memories are here. Nothing else to do but try to get clear. Looking at the images that were never there, worried about eye reports, but no knowledge of how you are in despair. That last conversation was not the end. My conscience told me to sit on this bench. Mask is on, and I still worry that our talk was meaningless and it caused us to leave each other in a hurry. But it's quarantine time, so when will you come clean and say I'm sorry for always being so mean? I've accomplished a lot and have the stories of 3 lives, but nothing can take the place of having my tribe. I have now accepted your denial is at stake. I've come out of my box and no longer can be fake. I've spoken to counsel and prayed 1,000,000 times, but I got to a place where my drug was my grind. Now I know that this situation is not really about you. It's your hidden pain that all started when you were just 2. I'm so sorry for your loss, that pain that caused you to bully in order to feel like a boss. I'm sad that no one likes to ring your bell, or that there is no internal water in your well. I have finally released those hidden pains, and now I'm ready to receive the abundance of rain. I had to release you in order to be free. Accept your behavior and maltreatment since the age of 3. It is now okay to never bring it up again, because I have left that old zip code. Woo! #stay home. Oh my goodness. This is all about this woman who has all this time at home. She's had quarantine. She's thinking about her life. She's addressed certain things that's gone on. And she realizes that in order for her to move to her next, she has to let all those things, including the things she experienced as a child, she has to let those things go and finally step into this new. If we could say that 2025 is a new zip code, let's say it. It's time for you to step into that new year. And so here's what I want you to do. I really want you to pretend that I'm with you in your space, and I am with you, and I'm saying to you, if you had to let go of that thing that still makes you feel like imposter is present, what would it be? I would have you pull out your journal and list at least 7 things that or 7 phrases that you still hear in the back of your mind. Like sometimes, I can coach a client and I can say, hey, you have all the tools, but if you don't believe that your product or your service is worthy of someone investing in you, you're still going to be in the same place, which means at some point they have some internal work to do to let go of that messaging that says, you know what, I'm just going to keep serving all day and hope somebody sees the value. But you have to feel valuable in order to really believe that what you are offering is a service of value. And sometimes it's really psychological work. Sometimes it might mean that you need to go see a therapist to go and dig through some painful memories to get out of this idea that you're not enough and that you have to keep adding accolade after accolade to show that you are enough, so that you can feel like you're enough, so that you can actually charge people, if you're an entrepreneur, for your service or your product. So you are going to have to own that, right? And so this person in this poem, here she is saying, here I am, my third glass of vodka. It's like, I'm sitting in my experience, I'm sitting in my circumstances, I'm sitting in maybe some of my weak spot areas, and I'm just trying to figure out, how do I go from here to there? And part of it is making a decision to move, and to make a mental decision to mentally shift your thought patterns to something else takes work. Like I shared about the 5-mile equation, whether it took me an hour and 13 minutes to run 5 miles while a 20-year-old took 15 minutes to do so, is not my business. What is my business is the fact that I took the step to do it, even if I knew it was going to take me a longer time. And our challenge with social media and everything else is this idea that we have to compare our progress to that of somebody else's. Look, your today might look completely different than somebody else's, right? And so you have to recognize that we are all not on this, we're not all on the same plane in terms of whatever success and progress looks like for the other, because the energy and effort it takes me to show up might be completely different for somebody else. Someone who might be an introvert who took all that energy to get up and to post one video, for them, doing one video a month is a success, might be for them, right? But for somebody else who's a natural extrovert who just has to create daily habits to do X and Y and Z amount of video footage to share their genius, might be completely different. So we have to be careful when we're looking at the progress of others, or we're even looking at photos on Instagram. As you can see, things are consistently changing, right? It's no longer just about having static images on these social platforms. You still have to have a strategy and a plan, and you still have to know, well, in all of what you're doing, why are you doing it? So one of the things I want to leave you guys with is the fact that we are having a 30-day time period where I'm going to be sharing with you highlights and videos from this series that I have called Upgrade My Life in Biz in 30 Days. And we have a free pathway where you can just tap in and hear highlights. And we actually have the short course, Upgrade My Life in Biz in 30 Days. And it was a powerful time where women locked in during the pandemic. And I was there every single day for 12 minutes sometimes and 20 minutes others, but giving you a dose of motivation to get people off of, get them out of that stagnation of just saying, well, I'm sitting at home and now what? We're out of the pandemic, but we still have to stay in process, and we still have to stay in purpose. And for those of you who know you need that jolt to get yourselves going, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to toldyouSpark.com, get your friends and get your notebook and say, look, let's upgrade together. Because when you're learning and you're growing and then you have somebody to do it with, it's just that much fun, more fun. And like I said, all throughout 2025, I'm going to be sharing with you fun things that we're up to, dancing, letting you upgrade on your own terms, but then giving you some serious structure, some homework, some insight from my own boss experiences and personal experiences that have helped me to persist to where you're seeing me today. But truly, I had to get over tomorrowism. And so as I sit here with you today and wrap up this beginning of 2025, as we went through these 3 videos, where the first one was about facing yourself, the second one was remembering that you are beautiful, and today reminding you really to step into all of who you need to be and to leave the zip code of the past and to step into the present. So I just want to give you some things to remember. Number one, remember, in order to fully feel like you have a 360-degree transformation, you have to make time on your calendar for that transformation to happen. And it doesn't have to be this big thing. It can be very, 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 very small steps that you take on a week to week basis. That's why I like the Upgrade My Life in 30-Day experience, because every single day you will have a snapshot of how you can upgrade in that day, some ideas to think about as I share with you my stories of courage throughout the whole 30-day experience, and you will have homework. So I think that that's a great way to kickstart 2025. And if you want more than that, then definitely consider joining our IWBCC pop-ups that we have weekly. And I'll be sharing the link here below, so make sure you tap in. But as I think about 2025, what am I thinking about? I'm hoping that my clients and community members realize that this is the year that they can be healthier. They can see that less can become more. So doing less, creating less to have more strategic outcomes, and allowing individuals a platform to lead. A lot of times we sign up for a lot of programs and we're a dot in the Zoom room, or we also want to contribute in a larger way, but we just don't know how to. So one thing we kicked off was something called the International Women Build Confidence Conference Certification, which allows you to come into our ecosystem and to share your genius and to really be a part of a vibrant community of others that are, I call them heart-centered leaders. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody who's participated in all of the IWBCC events over the years. And I look forward to what we do in 2025. I also welcome our DMV individuals. Welcome to the tribe and community, as we will be doing a number of things here. And also shout out to Atlanta, shout out to our Boston members as well. So when I think about 2025, I want you to have more fun, y'all. I want you to smile more. I want you to think, I don't have to do this in order to grow. I want you to think, I get to do this. And that's a completely different mindset than I have to do X, Y, and Z. But when you feel like you get to do something, you are more vibrant. You look forward to it. It's something that allows you to feel excited. Now, don't get me wrong. There are aspects of business that don't really have any emotion. You just have to do it and deal with it. And making sure your systems are in place, making sure you have structure, and making sure that you show up for you and for your dream is really, really foundationally super important. So the last thing I want you to remember is you can't do it alone. Even if you are the most talented person, it takes a team. Think about the Olympics. Think about all the Olympians you see. They all have a coach. And truly, they often will also have times where maybe the outcome wasn't what they hoped for, but they had someone reminding them, hey, you can still do this. Put that loss of yesterday behind you, and let's think about the race you have moving forward. And I could say that is so true about life. You have to look at the things you've experienced and go to those places where you can fill your cup, and then shift your perspective in order to make movement happen in your direction, in the goals that you have. So without anything else left to say, I really want to welcome you to 2025. Welcome to your tribe and community if you've never had one. And let's think about how we can have more fun as we build in 2025. Take care. Bye-bye.